It's your girl T here, back with another inspired video. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because you're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of today is, of course, I'm everything. Of course, I'm everything. I love saying of course in front of my affirmations because it tells your brain, of course, this is happening. I'm just it. I had a request from a subscriber to make a video on how I became so confident. I had to think about how to answer this because it's not really, I don't even know really what to say in this regard. I would say if I had to break this down into an actual video, I've told you guys this so many times. When I was younger, I carried weight. Like, I was a little bit heavier in high school. I had a self-concept that I was the funny one with the pretty face, but nobody picked me because of my weight. So I created this whole facade around myself in school. I saw it. Now looking back, I see it. I would never play sports because I felt I was too heavy to play sports. I would make myself invisible at school. Like, I had a lot of friends, but I would make myself invisible in terms of the outgoing person I am now because I didn't want somebody, God forbid, to call me fat. So it was this self-concept I had that I was heavy and that was all there was to me besides my pretty face, funny personality. When I got out of school, I decided at about 18 that I didn't want to carry the weight anymore, so I lost 60 pounds and I started getting all this attention from different people because I was a lot thinner. And it wasn't just that I was a lot thinner. In my mind, I was like, okay, half the time I'd be like, oh, I look the bomb, and then the other half, those old negative beliefs would kick in and I'd be like, oh, I'm thin, but I'm not thin enough, and I'm not as thin as that girl, and I'm not thin. So that's when, at that point, I was still making my old negative belief decisions. I was going for guys that now I would never choose. I was always kind of like settling for what I could get because I thought that I wasn't worthy of having better. Not knowing in this whole shabagle that my self-concept had to change, which was way more important than the actual physical weight. My self-concept needed to be, regardless of what weight I'm at, I'm amazing. And I didn't know anything about manifestation at that time because I just figured I'd lose the weight and my mindset would change. But that's not the way it works. You change up here and out here will naturally change because of the way you feel about yourself. So I plodded along, and then I came into Mary Kay. I'd always been a confident person. Like, I'd never been afraid to speak up and so on and so forth. However, I would say that there was areas where I needed to beef up my self-concept, like I just mentioned to you with the weight category. Loving myself regardless of what this looks like. So when I came into Mary Kay, when I first started, it was just about making extra money because I had to support my son. But as I dove deeper into Mary Kay, it was a lot of self-work, a lot of loving yourself, believing in yourself, being confident no matter what you look like. And that led me on to learning about manifestation and your mindset and how things come in based on your mindset. So in answer to the question of how I became so confident, it was a journey, and it was a journey of self. My mom always said since birth that I've always been comfortable being the center of attention and having a spotlight on me. Sure, some of it's genetics. You're born in as an introvert, an extrovert, but obviously as your parents see you develop, they decide that this is the type of person you are, and they feed into that idea of you. So as my parents saw me talking a lot and being chatty, they decided I was an extrovert, and they treated me like an extrovert. So then as you're growing up, that becomes a natural belief. So I've always been an extrovert, but the confidence feature was a growth. I'd say about 25, 26 is when I fully came into being the confident person I am now, where I decided I have a lot going for me. I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm successful at everything I do, and nothing's going to stop me. And it paired up with me going deeper and deeper into manifestation and learning about how mindset plays such a big role in how you operate through your day-to-day. So as much as I was born with X amount of confidence, I had to continue to work on it, and I had a hunger for learning and changing and moving in a way that makes me a better person and makes me a more confident person. You guys can all be as confident as I am. It's not as difficult as you would think. It's just a lot of wanting better for yourself and knowing that no matter what you look like, no matter what skill sets you have, everything is learnable, everything is attainable, and just believing that today is great, tomorrow will be better, and everything that you want is possible. I think that's the biggest belief I can get across to you guys. If you guys want to be confident AF, just believing in yourself and knowing that whatever you want is attainable as long as you work towards it, whether that be through affirmations, journaling, taking micro steps that I outlined in different videos. Everything is attainable. There are so many examples in the world of people that say they're completely introverted in real life, but they're movie stars, celebrities, and they come off as extroverts. Everything is learnable if you want it bad enough. And that's the thing that I think is the most important. If you guys want to be a different version of yourself, the key is believing that you can be and taking steps towards it every day. So I know that's going to answer your question because I intend it does. And if you guys have more questions about being confident, ask them below. You guys know with the affirmations, so many affirmations for confidence. I am confident. I am good at everything I do. I'm a successful person. I am the best at everything I do. The best isn't even good enough for me. I am the extra best at everything I do. I am amazing. I am loved. I am chosen, etc., etc. If you want more suggestions for those affirmations, again, do so. Ask me below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a beautiful, blessed day. You always do because you're tea timers. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Bye.